Johnson, and it's quite fortuitous that we opened up with public comment. I noticed that the speaker for item number 736, Ms. Camilla Rose Waters is still here, and specifically talked about, and this presentation also talked about Belmont. And I wish they'd gone a little bit further down the street, because this has actually been implemented only a few blocks away from the Aging and Disability Services office, the Jersey barriers. It's the first time in Portland I've ever seen sane, humane consideration given to pedestrians, except for one thing I just remembered. Across from the Peace Shelter, where there's no active heavy-duty construction, we have New York-style sidewalks with overhead protection. And I think it's going to be some difficult work for Mr. Novick and the Bureau of Transportation on their current budget as things boom to really be assertive with construction contractors about what their real needs are. I think they've in the past been spoiled with like, oh, you want to limit your construction budget now, and it's all good for you to inconvenience every other Portlander because someday we'll collect increased property taxes on your building. I think that the fee structure, obviously I'm no high salaried expert, but I think that the fee structure and costs that are in aren't really addressed that much in the 5-page PDF that comes with this item. And they won't be unless more citizens engage with you and assertively agitate that these issues are things that people have had a hard time communicating about, and that really we hope for improvement to see some of the things that have happened. Ms. Reisman mentioned when you were at the, if you went to the people going to the library at the corner of Salmon and 10th. I don't know how it happened with the planning of the upgrade for the sidewalk rampage, but it was kind of disastrous, because what happens, it's not so bad for me, I meant to talk about privilege when I walked up here. It's very easy for me to backtrack a half block or a whole block. It's gross that somebody in a wheelchair or with a vision impairment would proceed a whole block, get to a place where there's no audible clues, as Ms. Fritz pointed out. We can simply improve the city code so that contractors have to put audible announcers at intersections. We give them the pass of saying they don't have to, probably because they're supposed to have it effectively physically blocked so a blind person would encounter an obstruction. But that never happens. You go a half block, you get to a place where people are able-bodied people cross the street, and other people will take risks. And so I hope we can get some progress on this. Thanks for letting me go over 20 seconds.
I appreciate that. There's some questions there that I'm going to want staff to respond to, so I appreciate you raising those. So thank you.